is anything other than a helpless moth trapped inside a wall lamp. No, after your quick peek outside, you probably feel safe, content. There are no unknown horrors on your porch. No insanely grinning figures are creeping down your apartment hallway, tiptoeing with impossible exaggerated strides. There are no threats beyond your window, the chain lock, or the peephole, none that you're aware of anyway. If you're lucky, there will be other, more pronounced signs that a change is taking place. If you're not, well, the shadows might be the only warning you get. I was one of the lucky ones. I had so many subtle hints that something wasn't right, but like most people, I didn't pay attention until it was too late. I was 22 that summer, and I'd just moved in with my friends Juan, Paul, and Cassandra. The house was a gray two-story rental on a floodplain beneath the railroad tracks. It was nothing special, but it was walking distance from our college, and we could afford the rent. As often happens with new roommates, it took us a while to get used to each other's quirks. Paul had an irritating habit of leaving half-empty mugs and cups all over the house. Juan was an early riser who completed his morning workout to pounding techno music, and I'm sure I had more than my share of personality flaws myself. The only thing annoying about Cassandra, however, seemed to be just how superstitious she was. She avoided ladders and black cats like the plague. Every time she spilled salt, she tossed a pinch of it over her shoulder. I considered asking her if she wore a pair of lucky socks to her exams, but I decided that I was better off not knowing. It was a windy night at the end of August. Juan was on a date with a girl from our statistics class, Paul had gone to some fundraiser for his fraternity, and Cassie and I had been left alone in the house. She was studying something at the kitchen table, her frizzy auburn hair hanging over her face. I had just come downstairs for a late-night snack. The wind might not even have been all that severe, but in our rattling tin-roofed rental house, it seemed it. Before I went to bed, I at least wanted to see how bad it was. "What are you doing?" Cassandra stopped fiddling with her pen and looked up suddenly. Checking outside? I'm about to lock the door and go to bed." "Well, do one or the other, not both." At first, I thought I'd missed something. Then, with my hand on the door, I got a sinking feeling. This was probably another one of Cassie's stupid superstitions. "Why shouldn't I do both?" I finally sighed. "It's something my grandmother said. She used to say that there are wicked things out there in the dark, searching for a pair of eyes to let them in." There was a long pause. "Look, I know it sounds stupid, okay? Just do it for me." It did sound stupid, and I also felt a sudden need to check on my car, which was parked beneath a half-dead sycamore across the street. I figured Cassie would hear if I opened the door, but a quick peek out the long side window while I turned the key in the lock couldn't hurt, right? It was a weird night. The trees swayed from side to side like they were performing some kind of macabre dance. Below them, plastic bags and newspapers blew by on the uneven sidewalk. The ordinarily comforting glow of the streetlights suddenly looked orangish, flickery, and wrong, but at least no branches had fallen on my car. I smirked, said goodnight to Cassie, and went upstairs to bed. Maybe it's just my contradictory nature, but after Cassie more or less forbade us from looking outside when we locked the door, I started finding more and more excuses to do so. I had to check for a package.